In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can build a real website using Google Gemini completely free. Even if you have zero design or coding skills, by the end of this video, you will be able to create clean and professional websites for your own brand or for a small business. And yes, potentially get paid for it. Most YouTube videos show you how to create a website with AI, but they stop it there. So in this video, I will show you first, how to get inspired by existing websites so you are never starting from a blank page. Then, the two simple ways I use Gemini to turn those ideas into real websites. And finally, how to put your website live so real people can visit it. All that completely free. Alright, that's enough talking. Let's get started. Before we build anything, there's one big question. How should the website look like? If you already have an idea in mind, that's awesome. Just follow along with me. But if you are like me and design isn't really your thing, I usually start by getting inspiration from other websites. Sites like Dribbble, Mobbin, Awwwards, and Aura.build. These are absolutely gold mines for inspiration. Just scrolling through a few of these lets you see different layouts, different styles, and different sections, and you immediately start getting ideas for your own site. I will leave links to all of these in the description below. And just to be clear, we are not copying websites or taking someone else's content and calling it ours. We are looking at structure, layout, and the overall vibe, and then using Gemini to create something new with different content but a similar feel. Here we are inside Google AI Studio. This is where we will interact with Gemini. You can sign in using your existing Google account. It's completely free. The first thing we need to do is click on Build on the left sidebar. From there, we need to select the model. If we click on the current model, a panel will appear on the right-hand side, and we have few options here. Gemini Flash is designed for high-speed tasks like real-time chat. Gemini Pro, on the other hand, is a bit slower, but it's much better for complex reasoning and for building full applications or websites. So for best results, we will choose Gemini Pro. Now, while we could simply say here, create a website for a coffee shop, for example, and honestly, you will likely get a decent result. I believe we can do way better than that if we stay in the driver's seat and give Gemini a bit more inspiration. So here are two ways I like to approach building websites with Gemini. First one, using the URL of an existing website or template. And option two, using screenshots of an existing website. I have added timestamps below, so feel free to jump straight to the method you are most interested in. So let's start with URL. I think this is the easiest method for most people, and it works really well. For this example, I will use a template from Aura.build, but feel free to use any website you like. Let's go to templates, and in this case, I'm building a website for a gym. So I will search for the word gym and pick one of the layouts. Let's use this one for example. We click on preview, and here we can see the entire website. I will scroll down a little bit just so you can see what we are dealing with. Then back to the top. Let's copy the URL. Now we head to Gemini and use the following prompt. I need you to create a website for a gym called Gym Junkies using the URL below as visual inspiration for layout, sections, and overall style. Output a complete and ready to publish website. Now I'll hold Shift and press enter so I can jump down a line without submitting the prompt. Paste the URL and then click build. I kept the prompt very simple for this example, but feel free to experiment here. This usually takes about a minute or so. It actually took 90 seconds, and here's the final result. I will click on full screen just so you can see the entire website. Look at the layout, the spacing, the sections. For a single prompt, I think Gemini did a solid job here. While I'm in full screen mode, I can also switch the device preview. I can change it to mobile or tablet so you can see exactly how the website would look like on different devices. And as you can see, it's fully responsive. Everything adjusts nicely to the screen size. You can even rotate the screen to see different orientations. I will go back to desktop view and exit full screen mode. Here, you can also make changes directly in the code. If you know how to code, you can access each file created either on the sidebar or at the top here. Now let's go back to preview. While this is cool, it might not be perfect yet. And this is what most people don't realize. You are not stuck with the first version Gemini gives you. You can go back and forth with it, just like you would with a designer. For example, make the members, machines, and trainers count as 3 cards side by side. We submit it again, and there you have it. You can also change the image, and realistically, you will probably want to replace all of them. The important thing to understand with images is this: Gemini doesn't host images for you. That means you can't just upload an image here and expect Gemini to use it. The images need to live somewhere online, and then you give Gemini the image URL. The best free solution here is using Google Photos. We can host up to 15 gigabytes of images completely free. Let's search for Google Photos and start by creating a new album. I will call this one Gym Junkies. Then we click Add Photos, and here we add all the images we want to host. Click on Select from Computer in the top right corner, choose the image, wait for it to load. Then click on it to open in full screen. Then right-click and select Copy Image Address. We go back to Gemini and say something like, replace the background image in the Heroes section with this image. And then we paste the URL from Google Photos. We run it again, and there it is. You can use Pexels to get free stock images for your website, or you can even use AI to generate them. The second way is by uploading screenshots. Sites like Dribbble.com usually includes full screenshots of websites. So you can simply right-click, save the image to your computer, and use that as an inspiration for Gemini. You can also screenshot an existing website yourself, either the full page or just sections you like. When I do this, I like to drop everything into a Canva Whiteboard first and arrange the sections the way I want. Here I am on Canva, I click Create, then search for Whiteboard, and here it is, just click on it. From here, you can copy and paste sections of the website and arrange them in the order you like. Once you are happy with the layout, download the board and use it as an inspiration for Gemini. For this example, I will use a screenshot from Dribbble to build a website for a plumbing company. Here's the website we are using as inspiration. So I right-click and save the image to my computer. Then in Gemini, I say, I need you to create a website for a plumber. It's called Hudson Plumbing, using this screenshot attached as visual inspiration for layout, sections, and overall style. So pretty much the exact same prompt I used before, just replacing the URL for the image. Then we just click on the plus icon, select the image, and click Build. This one took just over 2 minutes to build, and here's the final result. I will click on full screen so you can see, and there you have it. And just like before, once the site's generated, you can go back and forth with Gemini and tweak anything you want. Now, before we publish this, just a quick clarification here. The website we are building here are what they call a static website. That means there is no complex backend, no user logins, and no dashboard. And that's not a downside. It's actually exactly what most people and most small businesses need. Photographers, coffee shops, gyms, and consultants, for example. They don't need anything fancy and complex. They just need a clean, fast, and professional website online. Businesses like this often pay between $500 to $1,000, sometimes even $2,000 for a simple one-page website. And you can now build something like this in minutes. Now, I'm not saying you should go charge crazy prices out there, but if you know a few small business owners who need a website, this is a real and valuable skill you have just learned. If you ever need logins or advanced system, that's a different level, and we can cover that in a separate video. Anyway, it's time to publish a website. First, we need to download a website from Gemini. This will usually come as a zip file with multiple files inside. Things like HTML, CSS, and images. Don't worry, you don't need any coding skills here. Just unzip the folder anywhere on your computer and don't rename or delete anything inside. Now we go to Netlify, which is a free hosting platform that lets you publish websites without setting up servers or dealing with complicated configurations. So we go ahead and create a free account here. I already have an account, so I'll click on login with Google. Then I choose my account. Once you're logged in, we go to projects. And this is the last step, which is the easiest thing ever. You literally just drag the whole folder and drop into Netlify. Netlify will then start building and deploying your website. At this stage, we just need to sit tight and wait. As you can see, the total deploy time here was 26 seconds. And that's it. We are live. If we click on Open Production Deploy, we can actually see the real website live. The only thing here is the URL doesn't look really good, as you can see. But we can definitely improve that by going back to Project Configuration, then clicking on Change Project Name. And here we can name whatever we want. I will go with simply Hudson Plumbing. You can actually see how the URL will look like. Then we click Save. Let's visit the site again to confirm the change, and there you go. Unfortunately, there is no way we can change the part .netlify.app unless we buy a domain, which we can also do it inside Netlify. If we go to Domain Management and click on Add Domain, we can either buy a new domain or we can add a domain we already own. Let's click on Buy New Domain, for example, and here we can search for a domain. I will go with hudsonplumbingau.com, and as you can see here, we can buy this domain for $14.99 for the first year, and then when it's time to renew, it will cost us $19.99. There are also other options available here. We can pick a .net or .org, for example. If you already have a domain, just click on Add a domain you already own, enter the domain, and follow the instructions. So there you go. A complete website built with AI and published online completely free. You can use this for your own projects. You can help friends or family get online. Or you could even turn this into a small side income. And if you want to learn anything faster using AI, watch this video right here next, where I show you how to create AI-powered lectures on any topic completely free using Perplexity and Notebook LM. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.